is episode 23, if I've done all my YouTubing right. We'll start off, as always, with our things we support, our, promos. We'll start with the World Anvil, where we have information about our world, kind of written out. It's definitely not full. There's definitely more we could add, but I think that's why I like World Anvil's site and tool, because there's so much to it. If I had enough free time in my life, I could, definitely flesh it out more. But I can kind of build out like some of the legends and some of the secrets, and we can also track. There's a section for our game that focuses just on our players and the sessions, although we're kind of behind. I stopped at session 18. But the cast also has links, and I believe if it's Kyphira Iview, she has an adventure journal to kind of like talk about stuff that she knows and thinks that she has. Who is dialing into the internet? Isaac. You can have a 5e sheet to kind of like show the stuff that you have. So it's a pretty cool site. It's got a lot of stuff going on with it, and I also love that they're always trying to make it better. They're adding on. They take input from the community as to what people want to see developed. And let's see, how is the goods, the selling of the items?
The selling of the items has been going great.
Great.
We've been selling lots of the items.
Great, that's awesome. You know what we should do, totally, is we should get the items that we're selling, and then we could, like, sell them on the Twitter.
You mean we should actually get items?
Isaac, this is just... Isaac, how is the Twitter going? It's going great. Oh, yeah, look at that. We do have a Twitter page. You can follow us at Madera of, which is kind of weird, but, like Land of Madera. I don't know. We have we have 9 followers. This is pretty solid for us. Considering, we only just started. I don't even have a background. I need to get some more pictures and artwork. So yeah, once we get some fans, if we could get some fan artwork, that would be great, so that we can totally use that on our page. So
actually get some thumbnail pictures instead of just our faces.
I mean, like right now the image is the map. This is the best I got. It's like we should have like a logo or something. I don't know. There's a lot going on with that. Let's see. I think that's it for...
Logo of what, though?
What? A logo for us. Like, Critical Role has a logo.
Yeah, okay.
It's like you're not... It's like you're not supporting my dream here, Isaac.
How dare you, Isaac?
I thought you loved me. And right now, I think it's just Janelle who loves me. Okay, I'm gonna try to recap. We'll see how this goes. Y'all made it into Tarsia. I'm trying to see what you talked to somebody in the end. You got to meet somebody who you hung out with while you did the while you were waylaid overnight. Then Nalamar. You met with Nalamar. Okay.
Nalamar?
Yeah, he was the elf that was traveling by himself.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. You made it into town, to the town of Tarsia. You dropped off Zimia at the temple of Dala. So you guys got to talk to Giuliotti.
Give her to Jubilee.
Yeah, I believe that there was mention of the book, and she said that the only smart choice would be to kind of like hide the book, the Necromonicon,
For Teddy to keep it.
so that other people couldn't find it because you can't destroy it. So it was a little bit, it's tricky, super tricky, and it was very dangerous. And then you went to the Twin Hinges Tavern. You what?
The Twin Hinges?
Doors.
Yeah. Oh, the double doors. That's what he's doing. You met Celindia and Terrelnud, and then he had a young apprentice with him, Arinari. Let's see. Kyphira tried the fire ale, and that kind of knocked her out for the night. Teddy did a lot of performing with Terrelnud, and he learned a little bit about some of the stories. Oh, he learned especially about the story of Henry, the Dragon Slayer. The Vampire Slayer, and his cousins. That was kind of like right at the end.
Vampire Slayer.
He was the Vampire Slayer, right? He was one of the Giacati.
Yeah.
And like super old, but he and his cousins were the ones who defeated the last vampires that roamed the world, which was quite a long time ago. Or at least like they were powerful enough that they needed taking down. Like who knows how many vampires there are. And that there were some artifacts that they used to defeat them, and that's kind of like buried somewhere. I don't remember if you know where. Do you remember, Teddy, if you know where?
Yeah, I wrote it down. Possibly lost in the sea.
Right, because the ISC used to be smaller lakes, and when the Lake of the Trace Warriors was created, it rose the level of those lakes to make the sea. Was there any other exciting stuff you discovered that I missed? That you could remember? No, that looks like a no. Okay, so I think Teddy went to bed. He read a little bit, and then he went to bed. That's what I remember. Is that correct, Teddy?
Probably.
Okay.
It might have been unsaid finishing. End in the session. Oh, y'all just go to bed, and that's the end.
I think that you got in like an hour of reading, is what you said. Because I said it went pretty late. That you were down there with Terrelnud, like talking and like carousing. You were having a good time. So you both are in bed. The next morning, I'll do this. It's the next morning. What are you doing? You wake up.
I assume we would go down for breakfast, or at least this part of we would.
Right. I am gonna take a solid guess and say that Teddy sleeps in. Teddy?
Yeah. It sounds like a good plan.
I'm only saying that because Kyphira only needs 4 hours of sleep, and Teddy went to bed late, so...
Yeah, but she also passed out drinking.
Right. But if you go to bed at like 11 or 12 or something, then, she's going to be up before you. She's a early riser. Unless you're going to get up, unless you have intentions of getting up early, Teddy. That's what I thought. You're just trying to give me some sassafras. Alright, so Kaifiri, you go downstairs.
I should start rolling a dice to see how late I stay in. Or whether or not I get up on time.
I feel like that's a bad idea.
I feel like that could be kind of funny, but weird, but funny. So you go downstairs to the tavern area. You see Terrelnud and Celindia just talking at one of the little tables. They're just like they're just chit chatting, and you come down and Celindia looks and she's like, oh dear, would you are you here for breakfast? Do you want some breakfast? What can I get for you?
Breakfast would be great.
Yes, let me go see what we have. Do you have any preferences?
Not really.
Alright, so she dashes off. There are a couple people in the tavern, but not a lot. Like, it's still pretty early, and this is more like the morning crew of, they're just chilling.
I'm just waiting for her to
You just
come
gotta
back
stand
on
there.
a table.
You're standing there just waiting. You're like, dude.
Well, no, I went and found like an empty table.
Okay, you found an empty table. Great.
She's not that awkward, Sarah.
I know. I just like to press you into doing things.
Yeah, I know.
All right. So, Arinari comes into the room. And she goes to talk to Terrelnud. I gotta find on my. Okay. Are you serious? Ugh.
What are you doing?
Don't break things.
What are you doing?
What am I doing? And she's just like, is this a good time to practice now? And he's like, oh yeah, sure. Why don't you go? Like, I think there aren't. Miss, do you mind if my apprentice here practices?
No.
All right. And so she does her little.
Okay, Squidward.
And he's like, he's like, it's good, Arinari. It's like, you have all the notes down. You're missing the hearts, the piece that like that goes behind it, that gives it like meaning, like I wish it's like you're just playing notes, but you're not really feeling the music. Well, I don't. That seems really. I don't know what I would do to like make it better. And he's like, it's it takes a while, lots of time to perfect your music.
Do you mind if I practice while I'm waiting for my breakfast?
No, go ahead. What do you play?
I'm learning the pan flute.
Oh, that's kind of like my flute.
So this can only end badly. It's fine.
Oh, okay, right.
12.
Oh. Tailnud is like, he's like, would you, let me just double check his let me just check a thing. That's alright. I'm gonna roll with it. He's like, would you like some pointers in that?
Sure.
And he's like, do you have the time? Do you have like an hour or so?
I believe so. I don't think my friend will be up anytime soon.
All right. So he gives you like an hour of instruction. On
like, what time is it?
It's like 6 or 7. It's early.
Oh. See?
Yeah, okay. Good luck with that one.
I have an hour.
Right? Yeah. And like Arinari practices with you a little bit. She does some her little like. She's like, she does let, it's a good time. You have a good time. He's really patient and like he knows a lot. So he's really good at just giving you some pointers. He's like, this is not my like this is not necessarily my strong suit instrument, but I definitely know enough to give you some pointers. And then he's like, what's your name, miss? I feel like
I
saw you last night, but then it seemed perhaps let the fire ale maybe.
Yeah, I don't drink ever. That was a dumb choice.
Fire ale's maybe not the one to start with. Just future note. What are you and your friend doing? Are you?
Oh, we came to Tarsia. We were escorting a friend from Kiaton to Tarsia, and...
Did I tell him this?
No, I don't think you did.
Oh.
It doesn't matter, because he maybe is just looking for looking to see if she's gonna tell him something different, maybe.
Come on, Teddy's not that untrustworthy.
No, I don't think it's that, Teddy. It's more that, it's... Sometimes you ask the question even though you know the answer just to kind of, like, work into a conversation with someone. So you, just delivered a friend?
Yes, we did, dropped her off at the Temple of Dala.
So...
Yesterday.
Okay, please convince this man we're not human traffickers.
You're just human. No, I mean,
totally human trafficking right there.
Yes. That's fine. No, I can't remember. Did Teddy talk about Isaac the vampire?
No, I don't believe.
I don't think he did. Okay.
I think I said we needed vampire slaying gear or something. Or if he had any stories about vampire slayers.
Ah, yes. Your friend was quite interested in vampires last night. Are you also interested in vampires?
A tad, but maybe not as much as he is. He seems to be very obsessed lately.
Interesting. Vampires are very devious creatures to deal with. I hope you don't cross paths with any. So where are you and your friends off to now?
I think it'll be just Teddy and I, and we'll probably head back to Kiaton.
What's for you in what lies for you in Kiaton?
That's where we started out. I was an apprentice with the blacksmith there. And Teddy just seems to wander.
Well, sometimes wandering can lead to adventure. Are you opposed to adventure?
No, that's how I ended up on this trip.
Sometimes adventure is the piece that gives you the most growth. My young apprentice here, Arinari, actually, she needs some adventure in her life. She's been too sheltered, and I think that's part of why her music is just so like limited. Teddy, you're killing me. But
don't even try it, Sarah.
I hear that Kiaton has run into a bit of trouble.
Yes.
From what what we've heard here in Tarsia, there's been a bit of trouble out west.
Just a bit. Which made our trip even more urgent. We couldn't take our time.
Hey, wait a second. If we left the same exact day that it happened, How did word get here faster than we? Oh, because we got stuck with the pirates for some.
Yeah, we got stuck with the pirates.
Yeah, that's true.
That's how everything, how they caught up to us, probably, or came close. Yes, actually, believe it or not, a vampire attacked Kiaton during the festival with an undead army. Zombies, right? Zombies and skeletons with eyeballs.
So you're going back to fight the skeletons and the vampires.
I'm going back to see what's left of home. The vampire, from what we've heard, has left. At least left Kiaton, and is making his way seemingly this way.
Let me tell you a story. He's a bard, so he's really good at telling stories.
Back in my day.
Back in my day!
Great. Okay.
Many years ago, when I was much younger, perhaps about your age, my friends and I
had to walk to school uphill both ways in a snowstorm.
This is gonna go nowhere.
Fighting vampires.
We fight vampires every day.
Tea will not be good coming out my nose. Please stop.
My friends and I,
And we liked it.
were just a bunch of friends, kind of, interested in the world and adventure, but not really going out. We weren't overly ambitious about doing anything, and then our town was attacked, and we realized that we had two choices. We could either be the ones who stayed home and tried to pick up what was left, or we could be the ones who made a difference. And that it seems like someone needs to deal with this vampire. I mean, it definitely seems like that's a thing that needs to be dealt with, and
We fought him once.
Why not you?
We fought him once. Yeah, fought him, quotes. And that's how we rescued the girl that we dropped here, or dropped off at the temple yesterday. We believe he is following her. Trying to retrieve her for a demon that she made a deal with.
How many other people know that this vampire is out chasing this young girl?
Oh, only everybody Kyphir talks to.
No, not everybody. I've told him. I mean, the priestess at the temple.
And the person, the elf that we met on the road here.
Did I tell him that one? I didn't tell him that one. No, I didn't. We never told him anything about the vampire.
It's like in the great stories, the ones that really mattered. Full of darkness and danger they were, and sometimes people don't want to know the end. I mean, the things that we faced with my friends were definitely dangerous. It wasn't something that we asked to do, but in the end, we did it because how could we not? How could we go on without facing this? And you kind of realize, how could the world go back to a way in which so much bad had happened? But in the end, it's only a passing thing. Even darkness was past, and sometimes what makes you stronger, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Why is Isaac the only one smirking at that one?
Oh, because I'm just glad Teddy's not down there.
What was it that you and your friends fought?
We fought the evil wizard, Exchangethier, and we also, that's not what I said. I feel like that's who it was. Yes, we pushed him back into, the Soren desert. He had an army that he was amassing, and he was pushing south from Sorian into Undare, and we were able not to fully defeat him, but we were able to push him back enough so that he didn't have enough power. And on top of that, we had some other challenges, like one of our companions had a past, or her family had a past that was led to us fighting some very strange creatures that were bred like a human orc breed, but dark. And we didn't all come out unscathed, but the thing we learned is that if we were to become great, we have to pass through fire and shadow. Like, what is your goal? What is it that you want in life?
I just want to go home.
So you just want to be like a carpenter or a bookseller, or...
No, my family kicked me out, essentially. I was kicked out of my village because I wasn't a good druid.
But
on my journey, I almost died, and the blacksmith in Kiaton found me and helped me get better, so I became his apprentice.
So, do you want to go back to Kiaton or to your family where you grew up?
To Kiaton first. I want to see if he's amongst those who survived. And then, if I'm ready, then I'll go back to my family.
It seems to me, if you want to go back to your family and prove yourself to them, that you need to go on a journey that will strengthen you, that will give you more power, that will broaden your horizon, and that going back to Kiaton is definitely a choice that you have, but it's not going to give you what you need to go back to your family to prove yourself to be a good druid, or whatever it is that you want to prove yourself to be. That there's no glory to be won, which is fine. Not everyone wants glory, but if you want to be stronger for your family, then you need to you need to do something worthy of glory.
I think at the moment that would be killing a vampire, don't you?
I mean, it sounds like killing a vampire would lead to glory, training yourself. I mean, I don't think that it will be easy. I don't think that it's something that maybe today you go out and say, hey, I'm going to kill a vampire. But it sounds like that it's something that you could work toward, and that, that might give you the glory that you need to go back to your family. To feel that you're worthy of going back to your family, to be accepted, if that's what you want. I mean, if you don't want to go back there, you don't have that goal, then it's fine to go back to Kiaton and be a blacksmith's apprentice.
The last time I went anywhere near home, I received a message from my father saying to not come back unless I was ready to prove myself.
Do you want to go back?
I don't think I've decided that yet.
Because if you want to go back to prove yourself, or if you just want to better yourself. It seems like your path lies in either helping defeat this vampire or, finding some other mission where the path to glory lies. If you want your family to remember you and to know you as being powerful, even if you don't go back there, just to recognize that you're powerful, you must carry on. You can't turn around when it gets hard. You have to hold on to hope and push yourself to new horizons. It doesn't necessarily mean that killing a vampire is what you need to do, but it does seem like a potentially good quest for you.
It would keep her safe. The girl we dropped off.
Ah, yes.
Did you tell my friend where we could find vampire killing things, by the way? I know he'd asked you about that earlier yesterday, before the drink.
Ah, yes. Well, what I told him was that a long time ago, let me just pull up my notes here.
Because I know he might not remember exactly.
He was up quite late. A long time ago, in the time of the Jayakite, there was a vampire hunter named Henry. He fought Quelly, the vampire, and he and his cousins worked hard at defeating this vampire, and there were some items that were lost that they found, some magical items that seemed to help in their conquest of Coeli. And we think that no one knows exactly where they are, where these items lie, but that there seems to be a possibility that they lie beneath the ISC.
That would be the case, wouldn't it?
Well, it's at least a potential lead.
True.
It doesn't mean that they are necessarily there, but seems pretty solid lead.
I mean, a town this size, there must be a library somewhere. I wonder if that would have more information for us.
I'm pretty sure this is a city, right?
Tarsi is big.
Well, it is. There are many libraries here. It depends on what you're looking for in terms of who you need to see, or where you. I mean, there's a library on almost every other block. There's a library everywhere.
Well, vampires seem to be thought of as myth until this one has popped up on us. So something that would specialize in history and legends.
I mean, if you're looking for history and legends of the Jayakite, of which Henry was a member, my friend Karn he specialized in the history of the Jayakite. Now, he's not quite in this city. He's moved on. We think perhaps he lives in Hequilla. The city of Hequilla to the east. But that he specializes in that particular knowledge. He's done extensive research, been to some of their locations in the desert, found some documents. so he might be of use to you. But you can also try to dig at the local lore that we have. So that's one. It's definitely a possibility. What else? What else have you? What else have you and your friends done? So you've only just fought this vampire?
Well, we fought the vampire, and then we fought the vampire, or well, started running. Teddy fought the vampire. We traveled up the Tier River. The boat captain got turned around. We ended up spending time with some pirates.
Ah.
Went to Koopa. Went back to the pirates. Went back to Koopa, and here we are.
Well, that sounds like quite the adventure. It seems like even now you're starting to develop and gain some skills, but there's always more to be learned, and adventure seems to be the thing that helps grow people.
Out of curiosity, have you ever met a gnome that calls himself Nixie Knox? Who's a gnome?
I feel like he might live in. I feel like he may have stopped at the tavern a few times. This is a very popular tavern. He travels quite a bit.
He came here to Tarsia to see his sister, I believe.
Ah. Well.
But he never mentioned her name.
Oh, well. Many gnomes live in the northern part of the city. There's quite a number of gnomes. There's little gnome sects in the northern part of Tarsia.
Maybe we'll wander there before we figure out where we're headed next and what we're doing.
Well, I mean, it seems straightforward if the only mystery that you have to deal with is is that of a vampire, then you must chase the vampire. If that's the only mystery that you have.
I don't think we'd have to chase too hard. He was on his way in this general direction.
Okay, well, yes. You don't technically have to chase him, but you do have to defeat him, and to do that, you must prepare yourselves.
What time are we getting to be, out of curiosity? Because I feel like Teddy should probably be meandering down shortly.
Wow, that's cold. That's cold. That's like, I don't want to talk to this guy no more. It's probably
like
8:30, 9 o'clock.
I feel like it's been chatting for a while.
So cold. It's probably like 8:30, 9 o'clock. It's 8:49. That's the time. Teddy, what time are you getting up at?
I don't know. What time did I go to sleep? How late was it?
It was, I would say 1 by the time you went to sleep.
I haven't even gotten 8 hours in then.
Would you like to practice your flute more, perhaps, if you're...
Sure. I don't know.
Great.
Watch this be an awful roll.
Alright.
These new dice have not given me very good rolls, but you never know.
Oh. He's like, well,
Teddy immediately wakes up to the sound of a dying angel.
It seems like you need a bit more practice. Perhaps we can just let's just double check here. Let's just see. I don't think I want to do that one. Yeah, that's about what you sounded like. I haven't practiced in a long time. There you go. That's your Highland March. But yeah, he's like, so he takes another hour. He's like, okay, let's go back over and review. So on the side, just somewhere, mark how many hours of training you get with the flute, because after a bunch you get, you can like get some proficiency.
You might actually start being good.
Whatever, Teddy. I have a
mean,
+0 for performance, so leave me alone.
right?
I mean, I've also practiced before as well, but I never bothered to
Well,
keep
yeah, but
track.
you're getting instruction, so you have 2 hours
fair.
of instruction. Like how
Wait,
to use
if I
it.
have proficiency with an instrument, does that mean I get to add my bonus twice? How does that work? Right?
How does musical proficiency work?
And if I'm proficient in the instrument that I'm trying to enchant, would that help with the enchanting at all?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. There's just too much information on the internet. You can add your proficiency bonus to perform checks made with the instrument. Alright, so Teddy, you eventually wake up, come downstairs, I'm guessing. Are you gonna read first?
Hopefully after Kyphira finishes
Well,
practicing.
you come down just as Kyphira is finishing her lesson.
Oh,
She
gee,
just-
thanks. That was a close one. So what's going on as I meander down the stairs? Oh, well, Kyphir is finishing practicing with
Yep,
what's his face?
Terrell Nud.
Ternold.
Yeah. Kyphira, you notice Teddy comes down the stairs.
Good morning.
Is it morning? I was hoping it was afternoon.
No, it's morning.
Oh, tough. Maybe I should go back to sleep.
I think that we have more to get done than that.
We do?
Well, shouldn't we find out vampire killing information?
I did. I asked him last night. It was lost in the sea. It's gone forever. Might as well not worry about it.
I look at Tornald. See what I deal with?
Yes. Young Theodore. Teddy, I mean, what are your plans for the future?
Oh, I don't know. Travel around, become famous, incredibly famous.
For what?
Being bardly, Me and my bardly skills. Oh, and my band. Gotta get a band going though.
Right.
I mean-
Well, I mean, if you need a performer, I have a young assistant who needs to travel a bit, but it seems like what you need is some.
Yeah, I've already got someone who's learning.
Yes,
and,
I see.
I never agreed to join a band.
Oh.
I was just talking with Miss Kyphera here, and she mentions that you have been chasing a vampire.
I mean, he's mostly been chasing us.
Well, yes, he's been at your heels, and it seems like you two are.
Yeah, I'd say he's probably my number one fan at this point.
Right?
Where I am all the time. Kind of creepy.
It seems like you two are at an impasse in terms of someone should deal with this vampire, and why not you? Unless you have other adventures that you would like, perhaps there's an adventure that I'm missing that you would like to follow. I mean, everyone needs an adventure to solve and to a mystery and a challenge. That's what makes them great. I'm not
my adventure is traveling the world, becoming famous bard. Yep, I mean that's pretty much it.
Well, a famous bard for what?
My incredible skills at playing music.
So you just want to be what's the word I want to call? Let me just pull it up in my
traveling bard. Traveling band. Kind of need more than two members.
A pedantic
Really?
bard. Just
You're using some pretty big words there that I don't know the meaning to.
just it's like a very you would be great at what you did, but you wouldn't be great for who you are. You might be great at playing your instrument, but your skills and your knowledge won't really be like fleshed out. They just would be, oh, this guy who can play instruments.
I don't see any problem with that.
I mean, that's fine if that's the life that you want to lead. So are you off to a bard school or?
Been there, done that. I'm just traveling now. Done with school. Don't need that. Get it out of here.
It seems, I mean, who am I to tell you what to do, but it seems like if you want to be well known, you have to be well known for something.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a famous bard. Gonna be well known for being a bard. You're I don't know what you're trying to say here. Yeah.
I think you can be well known for being a musician, but
Yep,
the best
that's what I'm
bards are
gonna
the
do.
bards that have stories to tell because they've experienced them for themselves. And the only way to do that is to have an experience worthy of telling a story. That's what makes a bard great. That's not and then actually Arinari comes over, she goes, That's why Taranled's so great, because he did great things. That's why he has such great stories, because he was in so many adventures that he's able to tell them from a different view that other people can't. That's what sets him apart from other bards. That's why I wanted to train with him, because he's such a great bard. He's so well known throughout Umdare.
I mean, I hadn't heard of him until recently, so.
But Terlna just laughs. He's like, "That's fine with me. You don't have to."
He's like a local famous.
Arinari's like, "What? Do you live on? Have you lived under a rock or something? Like, where are you from that you haven't heard of Terlna and his adventures?"
Yeah. What's the country I'm from?
I think that we said you were from.
It was like
Honedad?
the southeast or whatever.
Was it Honedad?
I don't know. I don't have a map.
Sayako. It was one of those two, but I think it was Honedad.
Honedad. Gotcha.
Oh, here is a definition. Pedantic. Caring too much about unimportant rules or details and not enough about understanding or appreciating a subject. Just to break out of the character so you get a real definition going on there.
Yeah, it's probably a good definition of it, but I feel like he just doesn't care.
That's fair. I'm just
He doesn't
giving you a better
realize it.
definition.
Yeah, there you go.
Right, okay, that's fair. So, what are your next steps then? Kyphira, are you off to find a vampire? Or defeat a
I think
vampire?
I'm off to find a gnome first.
That's fair.
And then maybe find your friend in Hikila?
Hikila.
Yeah. Next town over.
Fair. And you, Theodore, Teddy? Are you going to keep traveling with your friends, even though your microphone's on mute?
You know, I might stay in the town for a little while, figure out where I'm going next. Not quite sure.
Kyphira, do you need a traveling companion? It seems like your friend Teddy is not quite ready to go with you.
I mean, if Teddy doesn't wish to keep going, I would not mind company.
I
Wait,
cannot
where
go
are you
myself.
going? I mean, we're kind of a band here.
But I could send with you Arinari if you needed help.
I mean, Teddy, I'd like to find, there was a little gnome that visited the blacksmiths the day of the festival to repair
I see how it is. Yeah, okay, yeah, I see.
to repair a weapon.
I see what you're saying.
And I'd like to find him or his sister to inquire more about
or a sister. Okay, I see what's going on here.
I accidentally hit him with my staff on purpose. Maybe actually do it this time.
Roll for attack.
9.
No, you totally miss him. You whiff.
That's fine.
He dodges.
Yeah.
Oh, gee, I'm getting real good at dodging your slip-ups there, Kyphira.
That's good. That's good. I am a bit clumsy. But anyways, after seeing if I can find Nixie Knox or his sister, I might go to the next town over, see if I can find someone who knows lots about vampires and about the Sarah, Sarah, what's it called?
The Jayakite.
Jayakite.
The giant kitty. The giant kitty. Jayakite.
You're welcome to join me if you want, Teddy.
But I mean, I thought you were part of my band.
No, I thought I made it quite clear I wasn't.
Ooh.
I mean, you should hear how awful I play. And I'm rolling for this.
Okay.
10.
I mean, you're just barely telling us, like, you're definitely improving. So that's good. Definitely, you did remember to do. Yeah, that was. You gotta work on maybe on.
I don't think it was the worst she's ever played, but.
Yeah, I mean, she's making slow improvements. That's good.
And I mean, my bad playing might be covered up by singing, but you don't sing. For very good reasons.
Yeah, because I'm really bad at singing. Hey, wait, if I'm really bad at singing, and you're really bad at playing the flute...
I'm not singing.
I was just saying, if we put it together, would that make actually a decent band?
You know, you never know. It just takes practice and adventure. So that you can put your soul into the story, you need the adventure to put behind.
Yep. You know, if I had the soul to put in the adventure, but
it's a very strange
definitely have a soul.
Right?
Yep.
Very strange statement to make, young Theodore. Speaking as one who can no longer adventure on my own, it's important to do it while you're young.
Oh, that's right. He has no legs.
No, he has legs, you dope, but he can't use them. Gosh, he walks with like crutches. It's not that he doesn't have legs.
Oh, I thought he was in a wheelchair.
He 3D printed some legs, so it's fine. No, his legs are just bruised. They've been...
Oh, I thought they were gone.
No, he has them. He just can't use them for walking anymore. Like, they're not functional.
Maybe we should get him fixed. I know a really good way to get him fixed.
Teddy, I don't think he wants to do that.
Oh. That's kind of rough.
I mean, if I really wanted, I suppose I could push myself, you know, try to gain some higher spells and wish my legs back, but a part of me has kind of accepted that this is who I am now, and my life's complete. I've adventured. I've done things. I don't feel that I haven't spent my life well, so I'm content where I am.
I mean, Teddy was talking a totally different solution. But
I mean, it's pretty much the same solution.
I feel like there's more to young Teddy than anyone is saying. So perhaps that's another adventure to take. Maybe that's more pressing a quest is young Teddy.
well, his problems could also probably be solved by higher level spells and abilities that
Mm.
he could gain.
Yes, then the only way to do that is to... I mean, you can spend years and years training to gain levels, or by adventuring, sometimes it just kind of comes a little bit more naturally.
Well, I think I'm off to seek my first adventure, which is... You said that gnomes tended to gather in northern Tarsia?
Yes, the northern part of Tarsia is there's a gnome village there. A gnome, like, sect. Suburb. There's a gnome suburb there.
Well, maybe that's where I'll head off to first.
Alright.
I think at that point I'm gonna stand up and I thank Tornald for his lessons and his help, and I head out the door.
Alright.
And then I turn to Turnald and say, wait, she actually practiced?
Yes. Yes.
I don't think I've ever seen her practice ever since I gave her that pan flute. Oh wait, maybe once.
I've played 3 or 4 times.
Wow, is that my internet or is just the page? Ooh. Alright. Okay. So, are you gonna try to go north?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you... What method are you using for traversing the city?
What are the methods besides walking?
I mean, are you gonna ask people for directions, or are you gonna try to, like, use your own, like, skills?
Oh no, I'd be asking for directions.
Okay, so you're gonna do an investigation to talk to people who could maybe give you some,
15.
Okay, you find someone walking who's, you are able to find a couple people as you're walking who give you like yeah, if you follow this street and this street, and they direct you to the correct path to lead you to the Gnomeburg, the gnome suburb. Just a minute. Oh, my internet's a little bit slow. Finkeltug is the name of the suburb.
What?
Finkeltug is the name of the suburb. It's like a little, little section of the, like Chinatown in New York City, but this is Finkeltug of Tarsia. It's the gnome village area. It's bustling. Like there's there's just gnomes everywhere, and like some of them come up to you and they're like, "Ah, hello." They're telling you their names. They're like, "My name is Joseph Jammer." Blah blah. Like there's these super long names. Everyone is telling you their names. It takes forever because they're all super long.
I think the next step, since I ask people if they've ever heard of someone who calls himself Nixie Knox.
Ah, yes, Nixie Knox. Yeah, he lives. He used to live here, but now it's just his sister. She lives Like, if you follow this road and you turn right and then you turn left and then you do 2 rights and then a left and then you go diagonal and then you should be able to find it. Like, it's underneath a bridge.
Thank you. I head to his sister's house.
Okay, do survival. Did you go by yourself? What did Teddy do?
I got a 12.
Okay,
I don't know.
that's
As far
just-
as I know, Teddy was talking with Tornold.
Teddy, what are you doing?
Teddy is going shopping for
Okay.
stuff.
Great.
Splitting the party.
Yes, and then the vampire attacks.
Should totally happen. All right. You just barely managed to find the house that you think is the correct house. Okay,
I knock on the door.
a young gnome, well, not young, a gnome, female opens the door. Hello. My name is Janky Aurora Snarfblack Fuzzyfeld, but you can call me Jackie Ziff. How can I help you today?
1 second.
That's Jakiziff. Jackie Ziff.
Ziff. 2 F's?
Yes, there are
Okay.
2 F's. Jackie Ziff. That's my name.
Okay. I met your brother, Nixie Knox,
Ah, yes,
Um,
Nixie Knox. He is a great brother.
in Kiaton, and he said he was bringing you, or he brought the gun he had in for repair. I was wondering if that was still working.
Ah, yes, he makes many things, including these devices that shoot things. Guns, I guess that's what a pistol, I think is what he called it. Yes, he left it with me to sell in my shop. I sell all sorts of knickknacks and odds and ends, especially things that he's made.
How much would this pistol be?
Well, the pistol that he left is a palm pistol, and that costs 50 gold pieces.
Did he happen to also leave any ammo for it?
Oh, I already have. Yes, I have some ammo for it. A little bit.
Could I?
Maybe she has another one. A different one.
A different one?
I don't know. A better one. I don't know. Maybe you should ask.
What else do you have for sale?
I also have. Well, I have some of Nixie Knox's creations, and she takes out like a little wind up, like a little spider, and a bunch of like metal wind up like little toys. Oh, I also have this. If you're looking just for the weapons, I also have this pistol here. But this one is much more expensive. He's worked on it for quite a while. It's 250 gold pieces. And it probably should be used by somebody who's experienced using a pistol because it's a little bit more dangerous. Have you had any training using a pistol?
I have not.
Oh, you should definitely get some training. I could probably show you a little bit, just to make it work. Otherwise, you're pretty apt to hurt yourself. It does misfire sometimes.
Well, I did see your brother come to the blacksmiths that I apprentice under, and to mend it before he brought it here. I do believe I'd like to purchase the palm pistol and some ammunition for it.
Okay. let me just call up my book of how much everything costs and stuff. I have some palm pistol bullets. Oh, it's locked in D&D Beyond, which is kind of a downer for everyone. Maybe it will work.
What were you looking for about them?
Cost 2 gold piece. That doesn't make sense. Well, it's 2 gold piece, I will say, for... it doesn't really... I can sell you enough ammunition for let's say 30 shots for 5 gold pieces.
That sounds good.
Handling ammunition. Oh, 20 pistol rounds. Would you like some training on how to use that?
Yes, please.
Alright, let me close up my shop and we'll go somewhere. We gotta go somewhere a little bit more obscure, you know. So she closes up her shop and she takes you to the...
Make sure to look straight down the barrel to make sure nothing's obstructing it.
Yeah. Wow, he's cold. Oh, I don't want you over there. You go over here, thanks. I need this one.
Look, I have a gun.
Yeah, it's the palm pistol, so you can look that up.
Hey, it still works.
Yeah, no, I'm more just telling you. You can look up the stuff. It's
Yeah, but now that you have it, does it make you any better?
Well, we can't say I'm not a gunslinger without a gun anymore.
Right? You know.
You're just a bad gunslinger with a gun.
You don't know that we haven't tried it yet.
Better watch out how many times that you practice. You might use up all your ammo.
Yeah.
Maybe this is how they make all the money. They get you to practice. And then all the ammo that you use while practicing costs more money, more gold. Better watch out for that. The practice cost.
Okay, I'm gonna say that she gives you 1 hour of training with the gun, and then she gives you another hour of training in maintenance, like how to clean it and like what to do when there's a misfire. So you're gone for a couple hours. Teddy, what are you off to?
I don't know. Magic shops.
Oh
I
man.
probably won't be able to buy anything though. Everything's gonna be too expensive. I should have kept that magic greatsword, but you know, I really want to get out of that town.
I mean, it's such a great deal. I'm just...
Well, it was. It was an incredible deal. Whatever happened to our horses?
You probably just like, put them in a stable. Like you stabled them for a couple nights. All right, so Teddy.
I don't know. I'm just mostly looking for like a nice dagger or a nice short sword or some nice armor, some nice magical items that I could use. Although I'm kind of at my I'm not really at my max, but no, I have one more slot even though I don't have a. I think I'm just gonna pick a random thing, slap it on there.
Let me this right here. Oh, good stuff. Yeah.
I mean, I do have some things I could sell, I suppose.
So you're going
Maybe.
to magic stores especially?
Yeah, probably. Or,
Okay,
you know,
well,
like a blacksmith or something.
Okay.
Anything. You know,
I mean, there's a difference.
it's not really just. I'm not just like going in and just gonna like talk to them. Oh, what do you have? I'm just gonna like go around looking for.
Okay, so you go. Which one are you gonna start at? A blacksmith or a magic store?
I don't know, magic shop.
Okay.
Sure. Probably not gonna be able to buy anything. I don't
Okay.
know.
You go in the magic shop. There's a. Let's see. Let's go for a dwarven gentleman. He's like, hello, how can I help you?
I'm just looking for some equipment, some gear.
Well,
better stuff than I have currently. I mean, I've got a little bit of gold, so maybe not the best stuff, but you know, the good stuff.
I have some. Let's see. I have some bottles. I have a case, a component pouch. Are you looking for an arcane focus? An abacus. Let's just see. Or a druidic. You don't quite look like a druid. An hourglass. Some ink.
I was thinking more along the lines of magical. You know, that's kind of why I came to the.
I have some spell scrolls. If you'd like a spell scroll.
Yeah, I'm not really into.
Well, are you looking
like magical items, magical stuff?
Usually,
no,
what
yeah.
happens is people bring us an item. If they're looking for an item specifically, they bring us an item to be enchanted.
Okay, okay.
So, like, you know, if you had a sword that you wanted to be magical, we would enchant it for you.
You don't have any like pre-mades, right? Nope, no.
No, we tend to wait for the customers so we can really kind of like tweak it to their needs, because we used to just like, we thought about just having some ready, but usually people want it specific to, like, they're like, we want, you know, they're attached to a sword or something that they want to make better. So that's usually what we do for items. Or, you know, if you have a sword, or a bag perhaps you want magical, or armor, like those things we could enchant for you.
I see. What's in this? What's in the store? Like, just like, do they have shelves and stuff?
Yeah, but
They must have shelves.
there's
of
some
stuff.
shelves, and it's like, it's, again, like we've talked about this before, like it's the cheap stuff. It's like there's some bottles and some paper, some ink.
No, no, like potions. No potions on the shelves.
Yeah, no, there's no potion on the shelves.
Jeez. You really just don't want me to steal anything.
I think it's just more that it doesn't make sense. Like, no one would keep their potions that are expensive.
Okay, I guess I'm going with blacksmith then.
Okay. You go to the blacksmith, and there's an elf there. Female elf. Hey,
Female.
how's it going? What can I do for you today?
Yeah, I'm looking for some better armor than I have.
I mean, we got some really great armor. We got some, let me just... Blacksmith. I got, like a chain shirt if you're interested. Some scale mail, half plate mail, heavy, ring mail, maybe like a chain mail. I mean, how heavy are you looking for?
Pretty light.
So like leather, studded leather.
Yeah, studded leather would be. Yeah, let's go with that. How much is studded leather?
That like just basic studded leather would be like 50 gold pieces.
50 gold pieces.
Yeah.
That's quite a bit of gold pieces.
It is quite a bit. You know, there's a lot of leather. There's a lot of time going into it, processing, you know, things like that. We spend a lot of time like getting it together. We gotta tweak it for you so that it fits you. If you choose to purchase it, because it's not all exactly like, you know, it's mostly made to fit, but not exactly perfect. So, you know, there's a lot of pieces that go into that.
You know, 50 gold pieces just yeah, I just don't you know, like, it's just a lot of, I just don't have quite that much to spend on armor, but
Well, armor's not cheap, you know. there anything else I can do for you? Do you want some weapons or other type things?
No. Not really, I mean. Yeah, it doesn't look like you have anything other than some pretty standard equipment here.
Yeah, that's what we are. Standard blacksmith shop. I mean, what are you looking for? I mean, that's why you come to a blacksmith shop.
I guess I leave then.
Okay, well, see you, bye. And?
I don't know.
He's just really bitter about the book of the quickness of the speed of action.
Huh?
What?
No?
What?
I don't care.
That's a lie. That's a fat lie. Do you wander around the city? Do you make shenanigans?
I don't have any reason to make shenanigans.
Teddy, you are a shenanigan. Like, I mean...
I have nothing to make shenanigans for.
Okay, alright. Alright, Kyphira, you get some training with your palm pistol.
Yes, and then after I'm done doing that, I would like to seek out like a blacksmith shop. Like, I'm looking for better armor.
Okay, are you looking
It's
for it
literally
in the
what
Gnome
I just did.
district or somewhere else?
Am I looking for what?
Are you looking for it in the Gnome district or somewhere else?
I highly doubt the gnome district will have armor fitting an elf.
I mean, that was gonna be my thing. That's why I asked.
So I will look elsewhere.
Okay, you come across a blacksmith shop. There's a human. Hello, how can I help you today?
Oh, I was wondering what you had for armor.
Well, we got some, we got the standard armor here. We got some, it would be really funny, but it's not gonna happen, but would be funny if I made it magical armor just to annoy Teddy.
Just to what?
Annoy Isaac, Teddy. Just be like, ha! But no. Yeah, so we got some, what kind of leather, what kind of armor are you looking for? Is it like light, medium, or heavy?
Medium or light, please.
Okay, well, I got some studded leather for 50 gold pieces. We have a chain shirt, which is 60. Or some scale mail, also 60. A breastplate, which is a little over 500 gold pieces. I mean, how much are you looking to spend?
I think the scale mail might be roughly in my price range. Would you lower the price if I were to say 50 gold pieces and the leather armor that I currently have?
Yeah, sure. That's great. We can definitely do that.
Alrighty, then I give them my leather armor and 50
Alright.
gold.
They size up the scale mail for you, make sure it fits right. All the other stuff. They're like, okay, let me just, this, right, show you how to take care of it. Oh, wait.
Oh, wait, what?
I'm just... Let me look in the player's handbook here for a minute. Player's handbook. This here book right here is the player's handbook. Druid. Ooh, this is a rough call for you.
Why?
Druid.
I can do medium armor.
You can do medium armor, but druids will not wear armor or use shields made of metal.
Oh. Oh, okay. Wait a minute then.
Yeah.
Because didn't he also have a hide armor? Hold on. Pause. Did he say he had hide armor?
No, he had a studded leather, chain shirt, scale mail, breastplate. We can just retcon that exchange. I mean, he can list them off for you, but we can retcon the part where you buy it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to just call that a no. Unfortunately, that's sad. I totally forgot about that.
I know that some druids, you know, you go out. It's possible we could craft you some armor out of, you know, if you had some animal that was maybe like a dragon, not the like who fights a dragon, but you know, the kind of like, you know, you could get an animal that had some qualities that we could turn into armor that was better for you if you were looking for that.
Yeah, I'll have to look into doing that.
Yeah, it's a rough criteria for you all druids.
Yeah.
You know, adulting's hard.
About what time is it?
It's about time to get a watch.
Ha ha ha.
Ah, it's a little after lunch. It's actually 9:43 p.m. No, it is. We'll say it's like 2 p.m.
Okay. I'd like to find just like a general magic shop.
Okay, you find you find the first magic shop that you can find. There is a little halfling. Hello, how can I help you today at the magic shop?
Was wondering if you had any healing potions for sale.
Oh, yeah, we have a couple. I mean, it's not... let's see. It's a 60 gold piece for a potion of healing.
How many do you have?
Just 2.
How about 100 for both?
How about 110?
105?
Sure, we'll go 105.
And those are just 2 general potions of healing?
2 potions
Nothing
of healing,
fancy?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. One more thought before let me see how much money I have. Okay. A jeweler.
Yes, okay. There are many jewelers in town. To pop in to a jeweler. Hello, how can I help you today in the jewelry shop?
I was wondering if you had any diamond for sale or any crushed diamond for sale.
Hey, I got a little. I got like that I can spare. It's probably like 3 gold pieces worth, like 3 gold for 3 gold pieces worth.
Okay.
of crushed diamond.
Oh, okay, cool. I will take that then, please.
I will take your 3 gold pieces then, please. And thank you.
And with that, I'll probably try to find my way back to the twin hinges.
Alright, survival.
Oh, goodness.
It's just more fun this way.
It was on the edge of being a 19, and then it switched to being a 9. Hold on, let me add my stuff. 14.
Oh, okay, you find it. It takes you a while, but it's probably like 3 by the time you get back.
That's fair.
Teddy? What have you been doing?
I don't know. How much does a flute cost?
A flute? You go to a, there's a, kind of like a art game store. And, the guy there's, tiefling, and he's like, you're looking for instruments, a flute? Well, the basic flute. Are you looking for a flute or a pan flute? A flute, just a basic flute, is 2 gold, 6 silver. And a pan flute is 16 gold pieces.
I feel like the last pan flute I bought was way less than 16 gold pieces.
Well, you know, you're in the city now. Things are a little bit, cost a little bit more, so. So there.
Okay, just for that, I think I should get the regular flute for 1 gold, 5 silver pieces.
Sorry. 2 gold, 3 silver.
Okay, 1 gold, 6 silver.
Sorry. No, actually, you can, what's the... There's a roll for that.
Persuasion?
Persuasion.
$10.
I'm thinking 2 gold, 2 silver.
I'm thinking 1 gold, 8 silver.
2 gold is the lowest I'll go for this flute.
Okay, 2 gold sounds good.
Great. This chair is not very comfy.
Okay, I got a flute.
You got a flute. Can I interest you in anything else? A dulcimer, a drum, bagpipes, lyre, lute, horn, pan flute, schwam, viol. Tin whistle.
Nope, that's pretty much all I needed. I think.
Alright, well, it was lovely doing business with you.
Oh, wait.
What?
How about some, either ball bearings or caltrops? Caltrops?
I know what you're talking about. Do an intelligence check for me?
$14.
Okay. You feel like what you were looking for caltrops and what?
Or ball bearings.
You get this. You're like, I should maybe not go to like the big general store, but like a smaller, like kind of like maybe something a little bit darker on the side. Like it's not going to be like just in the general store. So you find a like a dealer, little side dealer that seems to, you find a shop that is a little bit more suitable. There's a dark elf there. Hello, welcome to my store. How can I help you today?
Yeah, I'm looking for some ball bearings or some caltrops. Caltrops? Cal?
We do have caltrops. I don't... Oh. Okay. Yeah, we do have some caltrops. We have a set of a bag of 20 for two gold pieces.
Okay, is that the only bag you have?
I mean, we have like two bags of them. How many are you looking at purchasing?
Do you have any ball bearings?
Ball bearings aren't in this list. General store. Leather worker. Yeah, I do have I do have some ball bearings as well. I have a bag of 1,000 for 2 gold pieces. I mean, the caltrops are a lot more specific in terms of they got the spikes on them. The ball bearings are just like small and balls.
All you have is 2 bags of caltrops?
Yeah, right now, I mean, they don't go out a lot.
Okay. And you have a bag of ball bearings?
I have several bags of ball bearings.
Oh, okay. Like, how many bags?
How many bags are you looking to purchase?
I don't know. A couple.
Okay, well, probably got like 5 or 6 right now on hand.
Okay, I'll take the 2 bags of caltrops and 5 bags of ball bearings for 15 gold.
Well, let me just, so 5 bags of ball bearings. That would be 10 gold. And 2 bags of caltrops. Is 4 gold. What did you just say? 15 gold? I feel like, did he say 15 gold?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I said.
Okay, yeah, great. If you wanna give me 15 gold, I'll totally take that for 5 bags of ball bearings and 2 bags of caltrops.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
And I feel like you told me it was 2 gold for a bag of ball bearings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 times 5 is 10.
2 times 5 is... Oh yeah, true. Whatever.
You overpaid by a gold piece.
Why did I think it was 10k? Okay. I don't care. It actually evens up my... So it doesn't matter. Maybe he'll think I'm such a nice guy.
Yeah, Squeebleepus.
Or maybe I'll pickpocket him and try and get some of my gold back. 5 bags. Stocking up. You never know when you could use a bag of Walmart.
Ah, here, you know what? Just because I'm feeling generous, I'll give you 1 bag of iron spikes. 10. A bag of 10. Throw it in as a bonus.
Cool. Okay, what else? Magic items already out of the question. Any good equipment's out of the question. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Stumped.
So, you just wander around? Do you go back to the inn? What do you do?
I don't know, probably read.
Oh, yeah, okay, you go back and read. Who's ringing a bell? Ring my bell, ring my bell. You go back to the tavern, and Aranari is practicing again. Yep. Sorry about your luck there. She's practicing. I don't know. Did you spend? You just did that shopping and went back. You probably, if you did that, you definitely beat Kaifira, and then you've been reading for a while. And then Kaifira, you come back, and by then Talmud's like on the stage, you know, starting out with some of his songs, telling stories to kids.
Do I see Teddy?
I don't know, Teddy, are you reading in your room or downstairs?
I mean, I could probably just do it down in the regular.
Are you hiding at all, or you're just sitting at a table reading?
I mean, nobody else really knows what the book is.
Right, no, that's fine. I just want to know, like, if Kaifira is gonna notice you right away.
Probably in a corner, but I'm not really hiding.
Okay. So, Kaifira, you look around, and you see Teddy sitting there reading, obviously.
So I walk up. So have you decided if you're gonna go with me or not?
Where are you going again?
The next town over. Hequilla? However you want to pronounce that.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Whoever came up with these names, what a jerk.
What are you going there for again?
Tornald said one of his friends had moved there and had researched
Yep.
the names, Sarah, are awful. And would know a lot about them.
The
and
Jaikite.
yeah, the Jaikite and them and their adventures, and I thought that might be helpful.
I mean, if he's not following us, though.
I mean, but we don't know that for sure. And do we really want to leave a vampire loose on the world?
I mean, he's been loose on the world, though.
Fair. But do you have anything better to do?
Well, I mean, I gotta get my band back together, or together in the first place. Can't get it back together if it wasn't there in the first place, now can I?
True. But maybe if you travel around, we can try to help you find your band?
Maybe
I don't know why you're
convince
turning
the
down
vampire
Arinari,
to
who
be
could
a
just
part of my
be in your band.
What was that?
I said I don't know why he's turning down Arinari, who could just be in his band.
Okay, we've already had one random person that we had to tote around for the past weeks.
How old is Arinari?
She's not as young as Zimia. I would say she's in like her mid-20s. Maybe early 20s.
Okay, what kind of skills does she have, though?
You'd have to ask her. Teddy, why don't you ask Arinari to be in your band for a little while?
I don't know. Same reason why I don't ask about having a second Kythera in my band. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with Kythera. So what did you do all day?
I got a gun.
Okay, I don't know what a gun is.
Pistol, the thing that Nixie Knox came to the forge to repair.
Yeah,
the day of the festival, and I show him what it looks like.
Oh wow, that's real interesting. What does it do?
It shoots things.
Okay, that's not helpful at all.
We'll see.
Could you show me what it does?
We would have to go somewhere.
Okay, why can't you just do it here?
Because that would be dangerous.
I don't see how it could be that dangerous.
You'll have to trust me. I also went and got some other stuff. What did you do all day?
How did you come across this dangerous item?
Well, like I said, there was a...
Wait, what? Oh, hold on. Question about the world.
Mm-hmm.
Are firearms like a known thing?
It's a new thing.
It's a
Nixie
new
Knox,
thing.
like, this was a thing that Nixie Knox kind of invented, so it's not like they're not everywhere. It's a fairly new thing. So this thing that Kyphera has is like, whoa. What is this magic?
I have no idea what this thing is or does.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But Kyphera seems bent on it being dangerous.
Yeah.
The small object is incredibly for some unknown reason. Is it like a magical or what does it do?
I told you it shoots bullets.
Okay, shooting bullets. Really, not me. You're making less sense than you usually do.
Well, I don't know how to explain it better. It's a thing that the pistol got broke. A gentleman came to the Forge and Keys on the day of the festival to fix it. He was bringing it here to his sister's, and she was selling it. So...
Okay, you've already told me this.
Okay.
And it didn't help me understand what it is or
I
what
know,
it does.
but that's how I knew about it. That's all I can explain at the moment.
You can explain a little bit that there's a ball, like a bullet that goes in it.
True.
Comes out and like.
And it comes out real fast.
Yes.
Okay. Now that makes more sense. Except it still doesn't make very much sense.
Well, I'm not a great druid. I figured maybe...
Oh, so it's like a bow and arrow. Except it's not.
I guess? This is awful.
So it's like a bow and arrow, but instead of string tension, or the tension that the wood makes, you're using a small explosion to propel a metal ball.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, that makes a lot more sense now. Now I know exactly what it is.
Anyways, I'll be leaving in the morning if you wish to join me.
And where did you get this?
I got it in the northern part of Tarsia.
Interesting. Did they have any more?
There was another one, yes. Not a better one than this one, but since I'm just starting out using this, I figured that this might be the better option.
Interesting. Do you know exactly where you got this? Like, could you give me directions?
You could go to the northern part of Tarsia where the gnomes are and ask for Nixie Knox's sister. They seemed to know.
Interesting. Okay, maybe I will. What time is it?
It's like 4.
Okay, how many hours did I get in? 2 or 3?
Yeah.
Okay, 2 or 3.
2.5.
Okay, that's a lot more specific than I wanted. I'll write it down.
How many hours do you need to read the book?
Like 80.
Oh. How many are you up to?
22 and a half, apparently.
Fair.
Looks like I'm going to the northern part of the city and
Okay.
asking for Nixie Knox's sister.
Roll survival.
Okay, yeah, good luck with that. Let's see. Survival. Okay, there we go. It's a natural 1.
Yeah, you cannot find this place at all. You just...
I can't even find the northern part of the city.
You can...
The sun's coming up this direction and setting in that direction. So I want to go towards the sun.
Somehow loops back to the twin hinges.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to get to this specific place. You gotta take the right turns. It's like getting to Diagon Alley. You kind of have to know, and you're like missing it. So you spend like 2 hours wandering around the city trying to figure it out, and you just can't.
I feel like Kyphira doesn't want me to find this place for some reason.
It's probably true.
I feel like she gave me bad directions.
Yep. That's
Purposefully bad directions.
I mean,
I told him what I did. I found it. Well, I didn't tell him exactly what I did because I actually asked people for help along the way, but you know, once I got there.
Can I find my way back to the double doors?
yeah, that's easier. Because it's not it's not quite the same. Oh, my internet is
Do I see
unstable.
Kyphira?
What?
Well, yeah, because I'd probably would have found a table somewhere. I probably would have found a table somewhere to sit and have dinner.
All right, you have some dinner.
I imagine it's
listen
roughly
to
around dinner time at this
yeah.
point.
Yeah. Okay.
So, Kyphira, I tried to follow your instructions, and they were wrong.
Did you ask people to point you in the right direction? Because I literally asked anybody that would give me that would help me how to get to the northern part of Tarsia where the gnomes live.
I feel
Or
like,
most of the gnomes live.
I feel like with
And then
that
once
rule,
I got there, I said, they started. Huh?
I said I feel like with that rule, it's almost like Teddy was like a man, and it's like I don't ask people for directions.
Yeah, basically. And then once I got there, I asked for Nixie Nux's sister, which, by the way, her name is Jackie Ziff. With 2 Fs.
Ooh. I'm on the struggle bus today.
It's okay, we seem to be making it fairly simple. We're shopping.
So what you're saying is, I should ask other people for help.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I don't know if I can do that.
Well, then, obviously, you're going to keep getting lost. Because I can only imagine that's what happened.
Okay, look, I didn't get lost. I knew exactly where I was. How do you think I found my way back here?
Luck?
Okay, look, I'm not the luckiest. I'm not the luckiest person, okay? Okay, let's. Okay, I'll try and take your advice and see if I can find it again.
Okay.
Assuming you didn't give me didn't lie to me in the first place. But...
Okay. Survival.
18.
Okay, you do manage to find it. This time.
This time.
Yeah.
What time is it?
I would say that it's like 7 right now.
Okay, is it dark out?
It's not quite dark out, and like one of the moons, like there are 2 moons out, so it's a 2 moon night.
2 full moons?
But no, and it's not quite dusk. Like the moons are just like it's still light out enough to see.
Jeez, it must be like summer.
It's like late summer. Yeah.
What do I got? What do I got? Wait, I got long resting, right?
Yeah, this morning.
I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna go in the shop.
I mean, you go to the door and you knock on it. I'm assuming
Okay.
you're gonna just.
Knock knock.
Yeah, and
I thought it was a shop. I thought.
Yeah, well, it's like her shop house. And
Is there a sign on the door
little
that says
gnome
shop
opens
open?
the door. Hello, my name is Janky Aurora Snarfblat Fuzzyfell, but you can call me Jackie Ziff. That's Jakiziff. Jackie Ziff. How can I help you?
I was just. I heard that this was like a shop.
We do have some things. We were just going to start closing down because it's like dinner time. But I do have some items. I have some like knickknacks and odds and ends. What is it you are looking for?
Am I inside or am I just
sure.
outside the door?
You're inside. She let you in. I can do a quick sale if you'd like.
Anything on display?
Lots of like little clockwork toys.
Cool.
I mean, I have some of this clockwork wind up cat, or I have a clockwork wind up rabbit, or she's like pulling them off the shelves. They're different, like little.
I was told by a friend of mine that you sell items called pistols, guns. They seemed interesting.
Oh darn, they're all out. Just sold the last one.
Oh, yes, I do have one left, but I don't have time to so I would have to show you how to use it and show you how to load it and care for it. It's a quite expensive item. So if you'd like to come back tomorrow, we could make a date to
see. I'm kind of leaving tomorrow, though.
Well, I mean, you could just come here before you left.
Yeah, but I'm not exactly 100% sure when we're leaving. I don't think I was really. I think she's leaving early.
Yeah, it's just that they're very hard to use, and if you don't get trained properly on how to use them, they could misfire, and actually you could hurt yourself. And
that's really weird. She didn't mention this when I was talking to her about it.
What is it?
She could potentially hurt herself with it. Maybe I should take it away from her and throw it in her room.
I mean, it does have.
I'm sleeping with it.
Opportunity to misfire. Yeah, I mean she kind of explains a little bit more about like how it works. I don't know how they work, so whatever. But she's like, yeah, they do but they do have a potential for misfire. They have to be like, you have to learn how to unjam them because they can jam. There's a lot to going, and they're not an easy tool. But I don't have any, if you've never used one before, I don't have any of the palm pistols left. And that's the only thing I would sell you. If you came back in a few weeks, perhaps my brother will be back with another one. He makes them.
What's the one that you currently have, though?
Right now, I just only have a pistol. And that's more for an advanced user, and definitely I would have to show you how to use that, but I don't have time tonight. Unfortunately, right now I have dinner and my children are waiting for me, so Tomorrow we could meet up. I open pretty early at 8 a.m.
Yeah, except I just don't know. She gets up pretty early usually.
That's unfortunate for you.
Could you just sell it to me and I could just, figure it out and you wouldn't be liable in any sort of way if I hurt myself?
No, I'm under very strict instructions to only sell it to people who have been trained on how to use it. My brother Nixie Knox would be very upset with me.
Okay, but...
Listen, do you want Nixie Knox mad at you?
I've never met Nixie Knox.
You've never met a Nixie Knox?
I have not.
Well, let me tell you about him. He is very cool and clever, but also sometimes you have to listen to what he says or else he gets upset.
Okay, well, I've never met him, so I wouldn't know this.
Well, perhaps you should meet him.
Perhaps I should, but I haven't, so I wouldn't know this about him.
Well, that's why I'm telling you this about him.
Okay, but what if I know someone who's trained...
If you know someone who knows someone who knows someone...
Okay, but what if I know someone who's trained in using them?
What if this chair that I'm sitting on really hurts my butt?
I would say get a different chair.
Are you referring to the person who came in this morning to purchase a pistol, the palm pistol? Was it your friend who came in today? Your friends, I mean, unless they've been trained on how to use the pistol specifically, I'm not going to sell it to you. But again, I need to go,
okay,
so tomorrow morning would be great.
It's actually
tomorrow morning
else.
would be great.
Okay, I know someone who can teach me.
I know someone who knows someone. Perhaps bring your friend back in the morning.
But they're kind of busy.
Well, these are sacrifices we have to make. I only have the one pistol and I must leave it. It's also quite expensive. I mean, it's 200 and I think I said it was
250.
250 gold pieces.
I see.
Do you have that much money?
Let me check my coin pouch. Maybe. Did she bring it out for me to look at?
No.
No?
No, because she's like, she already knows it's a long sale. And she's like, I have dinner going. It's just like, I need to leave. It's time to close up my shop.
Wait, but okay, what's the layout of the house though, of the building?
Wow.
There's a shop. It's a room. It actually so there's a front area that you're in, has a table, and then
You could
some
draw
shelves.
it in roll 20.
I'm gonna draw your face on roll 20.
I'm just saying.